Hi, everyone, and thank you for stopping by and watching this presentation today. My name's Sandy Beach, and I'm from Mayflower Cruises and Tours. Today, I'll be providing you an overview of the America's Music Cities Tour that departs on May 21st, 2021. And a special thank you to Sarah Lentini from the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce for hosting this trip and allowing me to present to you today. I'm going to start with a little bit about Mayflower, and then I'll move on to the tour. For starters, Glenn Maroney founded Scenic Tours in 1986, and in 2014, Emerald Waterways was launched. And in 2018, Scenic purchased Mayflower Tours, and hence we became Mayflower Cruises and Tours. Last year, we launched the world's first Discovery yacht, and next year we'll be launching our new Azura, which is an affordable super yacht. With all of our products, we travel around the globe, providing unique land experiences in North America, Europe, Asia, Central and South America, Australia, and New Zealand. And we also sail through Europe, the Mediterranean, and Antarctica. This next slide brings you to our Mayflower sales group, and here I am, Sandy Beach. We provide premier round-trip transportation included with all of our tours. And we handle your baggage throughout the trip, so you don't have to worry about or be burdened with dragging your bags from one destination to the next. Also, you'll have a professional tour manager that will be with you from start to finish. This is your go-to person for questions, concerns, and anything that you need throughout the duration of your trip. Our local step-on guides and historians enrich your tour by providing you with a vast array of information about the places that you're going to visit. And we provide top-grade dining experiences that are unique to the area that you're visiting. Mayflower also provides top accommodations that are typically 4 and 5 star. So now let's move on to the highlights of the American Music Cities Tour. On your 8-day trip, you'll fly into Nashville and you'll fly out of New Orleans. On day 1, you'll arrive in Nashville and be transferred to the Gaylord Opryland Resort. Now, I've stayed here, and I'm going to tell you, I was amazed at the expansiveness of this place. And I also have to admit, I did get lost. You will meet with your tour manager and fellow companions at 6 p.m. in the lobby, where you'll be able to be directed to your welcome dinner. Okay, on day 2, after breakfast, you'll start your day on a narrated drive through Nashville. You'll see Honky Tonk's live music bar and Music Row. Music Row offers record label offices, radio stations, and recording studios. Music Row is the heart of Nashville's country music industry. You'll also see Ryman Auditorium, which is a 2,362-seat live performance venue. It's best known as the home of the Grand Ole Opry from 1943 to 1974. Then you visit the Country Music Hall of Fame. This has been called the Smithsonian of country music because of the vast collection of artists and artifacts. Then you're going to head back to your hotel to freshen up a little and to get ready for the granddaddy of all country shows at the Grand Ole Opry, where you'll have reserved seats. On day 3, after breakfast, you're going to visit the RCA Studio B. This is where Elvis Presley, Chet Atkins, and the Everly Brothers recorded. It's here where the Nashville Sound was born in the 1960s and helped establish Nashville as an international recording center. Then you're going to depart to Memphis, which is known as worldwide as the home of the blues. And did you know that close to 20% of the earliest inductees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame actually came from a 100-mile radius of Memphis? Then you're going to stop at the Stax Museum. The museum traces the roots of Soulsville, which was the neighborhood where Aretha Franklin, Memphis Slim, and Booker T. Jones lived. Then you also visit Sun Studio, which is known as the birthplace of rock and roll, and where Elvis actually first recorded. Sun Studio was opened by rock and roll pioneer Sam Phillips on January 3rd, 1950. And this was originally the place that was originally called Memphis Recording Services, and it shared the same building with Sun Records label business. Then you'll enjoy a delicious Memphis dinner at the Central Barbecue. And after dinner, you head to the guest house at Graceland. On day 4, after breakfast, the day begins being devoted to the king at Elvis Presley's Graceland. You'll tour the mansion that's on 14 acres, and you'll see dining rooms, living rooms, music rooms, and a jungle den. You'll also see the meditation garden where Elvis Presley has been laid to rest. On day 5, you'll travel to the town of Clarksdale, which has the roots with blues culture, and it dates back to 1920s. Here's where you'll visit the Delta Blues Museum and learn about how blues began. And then you get to enjoy lunch at Ground Zero Blues Club, which is owned by Morgan Freeman. And how it got its name is from the fact that Clarksdale is been historically referred to as Ground Zero for the blues. Then you get to visit the B.B. King Museum and trace the roots of the most celebrated king of blues. On day 6, after breakfast, you travel to Vicksburg National Military Park and learn about the military operations in the defense of Vicksburg. The Vicksburg National Military Park preserves the site of the American Civil War Battle of Vicksburg. It was waged from March 29th through July 4th in 1863. Then you head off to Oak Alley Plantation. This house sits on 25 acres of history where you'll see an alley that has 300-year-old live oak trees. On day 7, after breakfast, you begin the day on a narrated tour of New Orleans. You see French Quarters, beautiful Garden District, Riverwalk, and even Bourbon Street. And then you get to enjoy free time in the quarter for lunch. You can explore the charms of New Orleans and its most famous neighborhood that was also called the Crown Jewel of New Orleans. And you may want to stop at the famous Café du Monde. This iconic New Orleans cafe is known for the cafe au lait, chicory coffee, and beignets since 1862. And for your farewell dinner, everyone will board the paddle wheeler Creole Queen, where you'll enjoy the sounds of a traditional New Orleans jazz band while sailing along the Mississippi River. On day 8, you'll fly home with great memories of the sights that you viewed and the new friendships that you developed. So again, departure date is May 21st, 2021, and double occupancy is $3,298 per person. If you want to have your own room as a single occupancy, that's not a problem. Just add an additional $1,029. Also, the price includes round-trip airfare from Rochester. And for signing up with the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, I'm offering $150 off per person, and it's a member's discount if you book by December 30th, 2020. Your deposit is $200 per person, and your final payment is due on March 22nd, 2021. And please note that any travel insurance is optional, but I always encourage it. Our traveler's protection plan is $200 and needs to be purchased at the time of reservation. Thank you so much for watching this presentation for the America's Music Cities, and I hope to see you on this trip.